Hi everyone and welcome back to 5Alive. Guys, this is our last 5Alive for a couple of weeks because I'm going on my summer holidays. It's very exciting. I head off tomorrow, but I hope that you'll enjoy spending this 5Alive with me. I will be back, don't worry, after I come back from my holidays, but I'm just going to take some time off and go spend it. Hopefully it's good weather. I can get outside and do lots of things. I hope you guys are getting out to do lots of things wherever you may be, whether it's at your home here in Seskin or Edenderry. Maybe you've got up to the north coast, go to the beach. Maybe you've gone into Donegal. But whatever you're doing, I hope you're having lots and lots of fun. But let's just spend some time together. So first of all today, what we're going to do is we're going to sing two songs back to back. So the first two songs that we are going to sing is One Way and Counting on God.
Today the same, forever till forever meets the end. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. What we're going to do now is we're all going to get down nice and low. That's it, how low can you go? And we're going to sing, you are the way, the truth, and the life. Come on, let me hear you. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight for you. We're living all for you. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight for you. We're living all for you. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight for you. We're living all for you. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight for you. We're living all for you. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. joy unspeakable that will go away, and just enough strength to live for the day. So I never have to worry what tomorrow will bring. My faith is on solid rock. I'm counting on God. 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 I'm in a fight, not physical. I'm in a war, but now in this world. You are the light that's beautiful. And I want more. I want all that's yours. Joy unspeakable that will go away, and just enough strength to live for the day. So I never have to worry what tomorrow will bring. My faith is on solid rock. I'm counting on God. 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 Yeah, on Christ the solid rock we stand. All the ground is sinking sand. Raise it up. And the miracle of Christ in me is a mystery that sets me free. I'm nothing like I used to be. Just open up your eyes and you'll see the miracle. The miracle of Christ in me. It's a mystery that sets me free. I'm nothing like I used to be. Just open up your eyes and you'll see it's joy unspeakable that won't go away. Just enough strength to live for the day. So I never have to worry what tomorrow will bring. 'Cause my faith is on solid rock. I'm counting on God. I'm counting on God. I'm counting on God. I'm counting on God. I'm counting on joy unspeakable that won't go away. Just enough strength to live for it. So I never have to worry what tomorrow will bring. My faith is on solid rock. I'm counting on God. I'm counting on God. I'm counting on God. I'm counting on God. I'm counting on God.
I just absolutely love singing those songs with you. They're in my head like all day, all week. And I'm trying to think of new ones as well that we can sing when I come back after my holiday. So I'll have a wee think and a brainstorm. And if there's any songs that you sing at school, I know we don't want to mention that word, but if there's any songs that you like to sing there and you want to tell me about that you want me to do during 5Alive, please let me know. Tell mummies or daddies or grannies or grandas or aunties or uncles to send me a wee message and I'll see what I can do and if I can learn the actions for them. So next up today, guys, we're going to learn about our next Bible story. We've learned about so many so far. And what I want you to do as well is tune in on a Sunday morning for the next couple of weeks because I know that Bobby has put in some videos that link to the stories that we've read already. And it'll help you visualize, almost like watching the TV series of the story we read in the book, so that you can understand the stories a wee bit better and also be able to recap on what we've already learned together. The story today is actually one of my favourites, and it's one of my favourites for a really strange reason. The story today is about a man called Zacchaeus, and I don't know if you know anything about him, but Zacchaeus was a very small man. Now, when I stand up, I'm currently sitting on the floor right now, but when I stand up, I am not tall at all. I am a very small girl. My little brother, who is 5 years younger than me, is way taller than me, and every one of my friends are taller and I'm very small. So I always loved listening to this story when I was younger because it was about a small man. Now that's not really what the story is about, but it's what I remember it for. But listen up to hear what the story is about. So this is the story and it's called The Man Who Didn't Have Any Friends. And it's the story of Zacchaeus, like I said, and you can find it in your own Bibles in Luke chapter 19. There was once a man who didn't have any friends. Do you have any friends? Well, of course you do. But not Zacchaeus. Poor Zacchaeus didn't have any. You're probably wondering why. Was it because he was so short? That's not a reason not to like someone. Was it because he had a name that was hard to say? It's a little bit like me too with Cerys. Well, that's not why he had no friends either. Even though he was short and he had a funny name, that wasn't it. No, people didn't like Zacchaeus because he stole their money. I wouldn't like somebody who stole my money. Zacchaeus collected taxes. Taxes were what people had to pay the king. But Zacchaeus took more than he was supposed to and kept the extra money for himself and made himself very rich. Everyone knew that he was up to it and it made them cross and grumpy. They didn't like Zacchaeus one bit. So they made sure he knew it by doing things like avoiding him and walking on the opposite side of the street and pretending not to see him and whispering things like, "There's that nobody who thinks he's a somebody," loud enough so he could hear. It's not very nice, is it? Anyway, one day a huge crowd gathered by the road. Jesus was coming to their town and everyone wanted to see him. Zacchaeus wanted to see Jesus too, but everyone was too tall. Look, here's Zacchaeus down here trying to jump up to see over the people. That's what I'm like when there's big tall people standing in front of me too. Zacchaeus wanted to see Jesus too, but everyone was too tall. He tried jumping up and down, but that didn't work. He couldn't see a thing. Luckily, Zacchaeus had a good idea. "I'll climb that sycamore tree," he said. So he did. He was surprisingly good at climbing the trees. For a man who was so unusually short that he had to take a flying leap just to get in his chair in the morning. From the tree, Zacchaeus had the perfect view all the way down the road. Another minute and suddenly Jesus was at the tree. He stopped and looked up. Zacchaeus saw Jesus and Jesus saw Zacchaeus. "Zacchaeus," Jesus said, "I'd like to come over to your house." Zacchaeus almost fell out of the tree. Come over to his house? No one ever wanted to come over to Zacchaeus' house, let alone come inside. The people saw this, and needless to say, it made them even crosser and even grumpier than usual. They mumbled and murmured and muttered, "Why is Jesus being kind to that big sinner? Doesn't Jesus know about him?" Zacchaeus scrambled down and took Jesus to his house. He was in a big hurry because he didn't want Jesus to change his mind. Perhaps Jesus hadn't heard about him. Perhaps Jesus didn't know about how he had been stealing and how no one liked him and how he didn't have any friends. But Jesus knew. He knew all about Zacchaeus and the stealing and everything, and he still loved him. Zacchaeus was ashamed. "Lord," he said, turning pale, "what I've done is wrong. But now I want to do the right thing. I will give the money back to everyone, 4 times what I stole." And that's just what he did. Jesus smiled. "My friend," he said, "today God has rescued you." Jesus loved Zacchaeus when nobody else did. He was Zacchaeus' friend, even when nobody else was. Because Jesus was showing people that God's love was like his wonderful, never stopping, never giving up, unbreaking, always and forever love. So just because I'm going on my holidays for the next 3 weeks doesn't mean that God is going on his holidays. He never does. So continue to pray to God, sing to him, talk to him, ask him for the things you need and say sorry for the things that you know you've done wrong. Continue to read Bible stories, whatever way you can. Maybe you can find them online on YouTube with your mummy or daddy. Maybe you can talk to your brothers and sisters about it. But make sure you're still coming to God with everything, singing his praises and talking to him through prayer. Also, as I said, you can come on a Sunday morning to watch Bobby or to watch the different speakers that are going to be speaking over the next few weeks. And there will be a section in that for you guys, for the children and young people. But guys, yeah, just continue to get plugged into church for the next couple of weeks. Just because 5Alive won't be here doesn't mean that God stops doing incredible work. I have no challenges to set you today, guys, but what I want you to do is to continue, as I said, to watch all the services. But if you want to create me pictures about Zacchaeus and the tree, maybe you want to go outside and go for a walk near some trees yourself and take some photos and send them to me, and just, yeah, enjoy a couple of weeks in your summer holidays. I won't mention the school word, but I know it's coming up. Unfortunately, our summer's going so quick. But just, yeah, keep plugged in to the colouring in sheet I'll put up, but also create your own pictures of the stories you've learned so far from the Jesus Storybook Bible, and go and look those stories up in your own Bible as well. To finish off, we're going to sing another 2 songs. We're going to sing Rainbows and we're going to sing My Lighthouse. Here we go.
It's not a secret, it's not a fairy tale, it's not made up, shown up within a whale. The 3 whole days, 1, 2, 3. The greatest treasure, the one God's people wrote. It's in the Bible, where Noah built a boat, and it rained and rained. The rainbows in the sky to show God's promises are true. And the rainbows in the sky to show the world He's the only way for your everyday. The greatest treasure, the one God's people wrote. It's in the Bible, where Noah built a boat, and it rained and rained. The rainbows in the sky to show God's promises are true. And the rainbows in the sky to show the world He's the only way. The rainbows in the sky to show God's promises are true. And the rainbows in the sky to show the world He's the only way for your everyday. The rainbows in the sky to show God's promises are true. And the rainbows in the sky to show the world He's the only way. The rainbows in the sky to show God's promises are true. And the rainbows in the sky to show the world He's the only way for your everyday. He's the only way for your everyday. In my wrestling, in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. In the silence, you won't let go. In the questions, your truth will hold. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore. I won't fear what tomorrow God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are my light, my lighthouse, my lighthouse, shining in the darkness. I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storms. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storms. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storms. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storms. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness. I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore.
Well, that's it for today. And as I said, I'm going on holidays. Have I mentioned I'm going on holidays? I must be very excited. I'm going on holidays. I hope you have a great couple of weeks. I'll see you guys when I get back. And yeah, I hope you have a great couple of weeks, whatever you're doing. I know I will. I hope it's going to be nice and sunny. I'm going to go to the beach. I'm going to eat ice cream. I'm going to drink lots of cups of tea and cups of coffee. I'm going to spend time with my family and with some of my best friends that I haven't seen in a really long time. So whatever you're doing there over the next couple of weeks, stay safe, stay well. Remember to come to God with everything, and remember that Jesus loves you.